So today is 13 January A70 2025, and I have successfully updated Hmolpedia so that we can now click through A to Z and see where letters came from. Letter A comes from the hoe type, shaped by the digging tool, element shaped by air, or shu, who separates heaven and earth. Letter B is Bet, the stars of space goddess, arched over the earth, separated by the atmosphere in the middle, or shu, or letter A, standing over letter G, which is the earth. Gamma, Jeb, the earth god, who has the goose on his head, the animal which makes isosceles triangles in the sky when it flies. Type based on the earth god Jeb with an erection, or one ejaculation or seeding, which is semi-based on these figurines. There's the Phoenician G over the god Min. This eventually became G in Latin and C in Etruscan, turned Latin and Greek by letter form change. Letter D is the pudenda of letter B, or the isosceles triangle-shaped pubic hair region out of which the sun is born in the east. Letter E is the Osiris triple phallus sign, or triple seeding sign. Which evolved as follows. Letter F is the double erection phallus seeding sign, which means less fertile. Letter Z is the Set animal, representative of the dry desert sand. Letter A, evolution. Letter H is the Ogdoad, the 8 water gods of the primordial water abyss of the beginning of things. 4 male frog-headed gods, 4 female snake-headed goddesses. Letter evolution. Theta is the Enad letter, represented by the 9 rays of light, surrounded by the 8 hoers with an erection holding letter A, which is the Ogdoad birthing the Enad. That's the 10 value sun, 100 value sun surrounded by water. Letter I / J is the horse falcon. If we see the 2 claws here, became 2 claws here of the Phoenician I. Letter evolution. Lightning bolt. Letter I. Letter J evolved from the Latin swash sign, no phonetic, which became the French I, which had the J sound, which became the Italian J with a J sound and an English J, about 400 years ago. Letter K comes from the Polaris pole sign holding, or the Ankh, holding on to the Polaris pole. Letter evolution. Letter L is the Little Dipper sign, which is also the N-bend shape of the Nile from Nomes 1 through 7, and the Mishtu mouth opening tool, which opens the lips so you can speak. Letter Evolution. Letter M is the sickle, or reaper tool, which is used to cut crops after they're grown, which is the point of the entire alphabet. That is to have food on the table for the entire year. Letter Evolution. Letter N is the N bend of the Nile, from cataracts 3 to 6. You also see Happy is the flood god, whose cave is at the first cataract underground. Letter Xi is the ecliptic pole. These are the 4 papyrus columns of Byblos Palace joined. Letter Evolution. Letter O is the eye of the sun in the sky. Letter Evolution. This is the horned Kidian Island Phoenician. That's the TO map. Letter P is the dipole letter. This is the Polaris pole. Letter K, ecliptic pole. Letter Xi. They're out of alignment by 23.5 degrees. Letter Q is the Thoth baboon. That's the name of Hermopolis. Letter Evolution. Letter R is the ram, or sun in ram constellation, representative of a battle ram. Letter R, Evolution. Here we see that the lower part of the eye is the ram, and also the top of the red crown is the ram head. Letter S is the snake, which is the animal that makes a hissing sound out of its mouth, which are called picture elements, or phonetic signs, or pictures that make sound pictures. That's where letters come from. Where sound-based hieroglyphs come from. Signs, sigma, scribes. Letter T comes from the TO branch of the Nile. This is the god Jeb, his heart. Happy's pumping on his heart, or his lungs making his trachea work, and out of his trachea comes sound. This is the basis of Egyptian linguistics, the happy T. Letter Evolution. Y, Upsilon. These are the shoe support pillars, which 4 of them hold up the stars of space. Or letter B, letter Evolution. Now, Y split into 3 different letters as it evolved. U is one form of the letter Evolution. V is another form of the letter. It became the 22nd letter of the American English alphabet. Letter evolution. W became the 21st letter of the English alphabet, invented by Johnson, and the 23rd letter of the American English alphabet, invented by Webster. Letter evolution. Phi is the fire drill god. This is the hardwood part of the fire drill, softwood part of the fire drill. Mix the ashes, you blow on it, you make a flame. The body shape of Ptah is the fire drill, which is why he only has one leg, which is where letter Phi comes from. Letter evolution. Letter X. Chi, birth of the cosmos letter. Here we see letter Chi written on a modern day Roman Catholic church in Greek and Latin on the crossbars. Letter evolution. Psi is the rising Orion constellation letter. This shape is found below the star map coffin lids from 4000A or minus 2045, where we see Orion constellation rises in November and December. Letter evolution. Omega, 26th letter Stoichion of the Greek alphabet, value 800. It's the Milky Way constellation. We see a cow ears. That's a symbolic of being a cow goddess. That's the yoke of the cow. Hathor is the goddess. Letter evolution. Sampi, the 27th letter. That's capital Sampi, lowercase Sampi, value 900. And in mythology, this became Apis Osiris, two-headed god. This became Janus, the two-headed god, and it's the root of the word January. Letter evolution. Then we go to so-called comma A. It's the 28th letter, or A primed, or the lower left Carré sign, and it's the lotus letter. So the 28th letter, number of days of the lunar month, the sun is reborn. Lotus rises out of the water. That's a bulb of sunlight coming out, and the alphabet cycle starts again in 1 month of the cycle. Letter evolution. That's from Dendera Temple, snake coming out of a lotus, inside of a bulb of light, rising lotus, a comma. And then we go to the Shen sign. So the Shen is the culmination of the entire, this is the precursor to the alphabet. So column 1 is the alphabet letters shown here. That's the Harpocrates child. That's the tadpole. That's the $1 million sign with his hands in the air, and that's the Shen ring. That's the original cartouche. So after we get to 10 million, supposedly in the Egyptian system, this counts up to the 72nd letter, which corresponds to the 1 degree turn in the precession of the equinox, a value of 900 million, and this reduces back to modular 9 to letter A. And the alphabet starts again. This accounts for a 26,000 year precession of the Earth's axis back to its origin cycle, which is where the alphabet comes from. Hope you like this. Peace.